Hi guys, welcome to Spirit Mail. I'm Cheryl and this is Daily Mail episode 75. So tonight I was thinking about what topic can we talk about. Of course, there's the pandemic, right? And I don't want to harp too much on that except to say that, we should guard our hearts in this situation and be careful about what we think about. But because I am allowing my mind, right, to kind of focus on it a little more than I want to, I'm just being honest. Not necessarily in a negative way, but I'm a curious person, so I like try to figure things out. So I decided instead of me talking, I'm going to let Spirit talk. This is a new deck. It's called Return to Spirit. And I feel like this is my kids said it earlier, that this is a good time for a reset, for everybody to take a reset. And I thought, yeah, I think that's a great idea. And we can reset with Spirit. So I'm going to let Spirit do the talking for this Daily Mail. We're going to pull an energy card, one, for this evening and see what they want to focus on. And we're going to take it from there, okay? So God, guides, angels, archangels, Holy Spirit, I thank you so much for our friends in the Daily Mail community. And I thank you for tarot as a tool and for oracle cards. Show us clearly, in light of the current energies around, what would you like this Daily Mail to be about? I thank you for clear and concise messages. Thank you for love, light, and prosperity. And I thank you for clarification, confirmation, and validation. Show me clearly, what would you like this particular Daily Mail episode to be about? Okay, guys. And it is a new deck, so obviously I'm going to be reading from the book. Write. W-R-I-T-E. Wow. Look at that card. You could get lost in that card. Because look, in the center, right, there's the cross. It could be the Celtic cross. It could be the Christian cross. It's a cross. Perhaps we're at a crossroads right now, right? Correct? I said right, but I didn't mean this kind of right. Perhaps we're at a crossroads. And there's this right here. This looks to me, wow, like 4 different wombs. Like a womb with a little ultrasonic baby in there, right? So perhaps, I don't know, I feel like perhaps there's a possibility that with some of us, new ideas, new ways of earning our living or stuff like that are going to be created in this time. But we are at a crossroads, and there are new things that are going to come from this. I don't think not only in our personal lives, but I think as a whole for the planet. I do believe that. But we're going to see what Spirit has to say for the word right. It's T-V-W. It might be, I have to say my alphabet. Okay, so okay, ready? It says, there's an expression in English about words being printed in black and white. By drawing this card, Spirit is affirming to you that you need to get your words written down on paper. Is there something you have thought about writing? It could be poetry, a children's book, a song, a letter, a website, a channeled message, a book, or even a speech. Whatever it may be, the energy of putting your thoughts, ideas, and information into tangible form of manifestation is here. Do not put it off any longer. If you're having doubts, that's fine. Just acknowledge them and take action anyway. It's important you do, as this is going to lead to something more. Your creative force, remember I said create, like that looks like the womb? Your creative force and expression is powerful, probably more powerful than you're aware of. What you have to say, share, and bring forward to others can be very influential and appreciated. Trust yourself and the words that come to you. Be mindful not to judge whether your writing seems good enough. You just need to allow yourself to start. If you've already begun the writing process, then it's important for you to receive this encouragement from your guides and angels as you continue toward completion. You can do this. Your words are needed. You're doing great. Trust what's coming through you. Trust that you were made to do this. Just keep going. Not everyone is born with the gift or purpose to write, but you were. Now is your time to shine in doing things. The right card can also indicate a need to begin journaling. This could be in the form of a diary. However, it could also be that you need to start recording the ideas, thoughts, and teachings you're receiving. There is pertinent information in your written words. Okay, guys, so perhaps during this time of reset, this time at this crossroads, right? It could be important for all of us to be writing. I write every day a journal, right? And sometimes it's just like less than a paragraph, but sometimes it'll be up to 6 pages. And in that journaling time, sometimes that's where Spirit feeds me information, or that's where I get a release from something. So with that thought in mind, perhaps Spirit's just saying, everybody sit down and take time to write your thoughts, your ideas. If you've been working on a book or a screenplay or a speech or anything like that, and you haven't had time to get to it because of work, and now your place is shut down, this is a good time to allow Spirit to focus their energy through you to move forward with that project. So whatever it is that you're working on, work on it. And for the rest of us, if you're not a writer, if you don't feel like that's your call to that, I feel like Spirit does want us to journal. My granddaughter responded to somebody's tweet the other day, some author. She's an author of children's books. And the author actually told my granddaughter to start journaling her thoughts about what this process is, about now having to do school a different way and stuff like that, and keep good records of your thoughts and your feelings and things that are going on, because maybe one day it's going to be important for our descendants and the people down the road to see this, what has happened. This is a historical event in our time, right? So absolutely, I feel like Spirit's saying, let's write. Okay, it benefits so many different things in our lives. Okay, God, guides, angels, archangels, Holy Spirit, other than let's write, what else is there that you would like to say? We thank you for clear and concise messages. We thank you for love, light, and prosperity. And we thank you for clarification, confirmation, and validation. Show us clearly, what is the PS as it relates to this word right? And is there something else I could have said about that, or could have said better? Okay, guys. Writing is very healing, just so you know. And listen, if you have fears, write them down. Write them down and then give them to Spirit. Burn them. Burn them up get a fireproof bowl and burn them up to Spirit to release the fears, right? I keep saying right. Okay, so we're all in a place of, we're all in a place of being still, of we're like on hold. I know that there's some people that are still going to work, but a lot of people truly are. The restaurants, the hotels, the movie theaters, the bars, all those places that people commune together in public, they're all shut down. So that's a lot of people home from work. The schools are shut down. Government offices are shutting down. There's a lot of people. We're all in this type of holding pattern, right? But this is a very spiritual card because it asks us to look at things from a different perspective. Write down our thoughts. Get clear with where we are on this, right? I feel like Spirit's really and truly encouraging this as a way for us to work through it. Our thoughts are creative. Our heart is creative. but whenever you put the words down on paper, there's another different kind of vibration there, right? And so we can put the words down on paper, and then if it's a vibration that we want to release ourselves from, we can burn it up and then ask Spirit to give us better words to write. But it's like this is a really deep time. Like I said, my kids said it's reset. It's time to reset. This is the wounded warrior. So there's a lot of people in this time that are going to feel like I just can't go through anything else. I'm gonna, whatever your feelings are, but Spirit's asking you to remember, what have you lived through currently or already in your life, and that this is the wounded warrior or wounded healer, right? You can possibly write yourself a letter and remind yourself things that you've already come through, things that you've already, if you're dealing with fear, what have you already come through? When has Spirit showed you your power, your personal power, and your ability to be resilient? Take some time and write those things out, and possibly maybe write an encouraging letter to some of your friends. Hey, I think the mail's still being delivered right now over here anyway in our little community. Perhaps shoot an email or write it on paper and send it by snail mail. Write somebody an encouraging note, and just remind them of their strength and their power, especially if they've impacted you in some way or another. Write them words of encouragement. One of my friends one time for Lent, her Lent commitment was to write at least one letter a day to somebody who impacted her life in a positive way. I was the recipient of one of those letters, and I was really, it was very moving, and it was very encouraging and uplifting. So in our wounding, in our fear or our anxiety, if you're feeling any of that, this would be a good time to use that energy to write letters, possibly to people who have impacted your life in a positive way, and thank them. Allow yourself to be inspired, whichever way. Don't listen to anything I'm saying if none of it's resonating with you. But allow yourself to be inspired by Spirit. Allow Spirit to direct you in what to write. Just start writing words on a paper. If you don't know what to write, just start writing words. So how do I want to feel? I want to feel safe. Write the word safe. I want to feel secure. Write the word secure. Just allow Spirit to inspire you. Because for me, the wands are about purpose, passion, creativity, inspiration, and the way we work with Spirit. It's like not working out our relationship with Spirit, but how we allow Spirit to work through us, right? Working through us. So allow Spirit to work through you with the inspiration on what you could write. But that's one practical, very good practical tip for this time. Whenever we do have time to be quiet, write. Even if you say, sure, I don't write anything. Get a paper and start writing fun words. Figure out how many fun words can you write with the letter F. Fun, frilly, flashy, fabulous. I mean, just make a game out of it, right? I keep saying right, and it says right, but I'm saying right like, do you understand what I'm saying? Or don't you agree with what I'm saying, or whatever? But yeah, guys, so this is something I feel very practical, because we're doers, right? We're supposed to be beers, but we're doers. We feel like we have to be doing something. So this would be a good exercise for all of us to commit ourselves to spending time each day to write. Okay, I love you guys so very, very much. Thank you again for all the subscribes, the likes, the shares, the comments, the ringing my bell, all that stuff. And if you're a passerby, thank you for stopping in at Spirit Mail. You guys go out and have a super duper day. Bye.